Shalom, shalom, shalom. Man, I was just watching the Apostles video, and hey, anytime we get to experience a moment where our faith is boosted, or our hopes are increased, you know, it's always a blessing because we live by hope and prayer, and man, it's always a blessing when the Most High allows us things that lift that hope. You know. So as you can see, I got the fair use, but I just want to read this, man, because it's a beautiful chapter or verse, and it just now more than ever, man, now more than ever, it's Hebrews 11:1, and it reads, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtained a good report. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear." And you know what I mean? Hey, that's a fitting verse for what we're going to watch because, man, and the apostle let this play, and I'm gonna follow suit because, and I know brothers have seen it, you know what I mean, but it stirs your spirit, and it's an uplifting moment to witness it, just to see it, man. It brings joy. It truly does, man. Because we know what's coming. We know what's coming with it. You know what I mean? We know who's coming and what he's bringing. So without further ado, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahaha Kodesh. Double honors to my apostles, elders, bishops, leadership of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the house of David, to the 144,000, to the men, women, and children scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, of the hopeful elect. To you I say shalom. And as we see, whenever I have the fair use, you know what it's going to be. So, as always, and now more than ever, man, now more than ever, as the last of the wise men are being brought into, this understanding through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Hey, Proverbs 9:9 give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. This is made possible through what? Verse 10, the fear of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. Hey, for by me thy days shall be multiplied, and the years of thy life shall be increased. Hey, man. In Yahweh Ratazah, we get to witness, You know, the return of the king. Man, man, oh man, oh man. Hey, without further ado, I'm gonna just grab this first one because hey, the nations, Esau, Edom, you scorners, you scoffers. Well, I think the scriptures could say it better. There is no peace, saith Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, unto the wicked. The time is coming. Hey, matter of fact, let's just get to it. So, as I stated, I was watching the Apostles video, and man, so I went to the page that he had up, and this is Dabu 77, and it reads, "Mystery object half the size of the sun is headed our way." It says, 3I8less has rare high carbon dioxide coma. So let's hear what he's got to say. We did fair use. So
information here in regards to 3I Atlas. Is this thing really a comet is the question. We have scientists all over the world giving their thoughts on this, and new data is now in, especially the images from the James Webb Telescope. They're showing that this thing is not off-gassing like a comet normally does. And if you can't tell from the images here, there is no tail on this alleged comet. Now, the information they have put out there already was that they believe that this has some sort of internal light source that's giving off this light. They say that it would have to be over 12 miles long if it was reflecting light. And now they've used some of their instruments to see exactly what it's off-gassing. And oddly, it's off-gassing a large amount of carbon and not a lot of water and other elements which they expected to see. Water and ice is usually what makes this fuzzy coma around a comet. And then the whole thing's lit up symmetrical with the smaller particles being pushed out the backside, which form the tail. As it gets closer to the sun, it forms an ionized tail. You can have what they call a double tail. But this is missing one. And it's moving faster than anything they've ever seen coming into our area. Now, the path of this has really caught the eye of a lot of people. It follows a retrograde orbit aligned within 5 degrees of the ecliptic plane. Super unnatural, has a 0.005 chance of being that.
So this object that they're seeing and that they've been seeing, see, you got to understand, if they're showing it to you, they've been watching it. You know what I mean? And they've been observing it. They've switched over to their more technically advanced equipment. You know what I mean? And they're rushing. And this is why we're seeing, you know what I mean, the powers that be rush to accomplish this goal that they have, because their goal is to get all of Israel tagged and bagged before the return of the Messiah, so that they can say, "Hey, look, well, hey, they're all mine now." You know what I mean? But we already know, hey, there's going to be a remnant. There's going to be those that remain. Esau's not going to get all. He's going to get a great number of the children of Israel, and tag them with this MOTB, but he's not going to get all. You know what I mean? Let's keep listening.
Natural. And it's coming in, passing close to Venus at 0.65 AU, Mars at 0.19 AU, and Jupiter at 0.36 AU. The probability of this is off the charts. They say there's no way that something drops down into the ecliptic plane natural and is on a course like this that's going to skim and barely miss all these planets out of nowhere. Then they release information on Oumuamua, stating that indeed this thing was not a comet neither. It was an interstellar object, as they're dubbing, and it picked up speed as it took off out of here. Now, they say that when Oumuamua took off and picked up the speed, its expected trajectory did not match what they observed. This shows that there was something off about it, and it was long, cylindrical, metallic in nature, and seems to have been intelligently controlled. Now remember, Oumuamua stands for scout, and you send a scout out ahead of the larger military crew. Now all of a sudden we have this larger object coming in, of which we've never seen anything like it. And they do say that this carbon skin around it is pretty much hiding what's in the nucleus, almost like it's being cloaked to a degree. And the artificial light that they cannot explain also makes this thing stand out big time. So the new images and the new data pointing at this is a Manhattan-sized object heading this way, 130,000 miles an hour, and the path that it takes through the inner solar system is peculiar. How it passes these planets almost in a, as if you're going to drop in to observe it type of manner. You can see right here, as everything goes into motion, you have this drop in, and it's going to come very, very close here to the sun. This is Oumuamua. You can see as it comes out the other side, right there's where it picked up speed. So both objects, very interesting, and they're still releasing data on this, but curiously, NASA and other big space agencies that gathered all this imagery, they waited some time before they even put it out. Is this going to be the new norm? Can't wait till it gets closer so everyday people can start to lock onto this thing and see it for what it is. So they're also saying that the coma around this whole thing is happening.
And what else is uncanny is the level of look away news and chaos and confusion that's happening. You know what I mean? You have Zelensky back in the news. You got Trump meeting Putin in the news. You got just all kind of events that are happening that are keeping you in a complete distracted mindset. All kind of what I mean. There's nothing that they're bringing to you that's worth having any. You know what I mean? And what we have, what we understand, and we, like I said, there is no peace, saith the Lord, saith Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, unto the wicked. So these people are in full panic mode. And this is again in Isaiah 57 and 20, and it reads, "But the wicked are like the troubled sea when it cannot rest, whose waters cast up mire and dirt. There is no peace, saith my power, to the wicked." Man, hey, and the wicked, these are the ones that are seeing these objects in their full glory, in their full detail. You know what I mean? What they show us, these grainy pictures, these, 1980 quality type, pictures. But what they're seeing, they already know. And they're, man, they're pissing the bed. You understand? They're in complete turmoil, in complete fear, in complete anxiety. There's no rest for these devils anymore. And they know that they have but a short time. You know what I mean? They know that, hey, time is short for them. This is Revelations 12:12, and it reads, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, the deceiver, is come down unto you." Let's see if we can. One day I'm going to figure out how to get rid of that mess. It just keeps popping up every time I click a button. But I ain't even worried about it, man. Let the devil do what the devil does. There we go.
Strong's G 1228. Diabolos. Diabolos.
Diabolos. Prone to slander, slanderous, accusing falsely, a culminator, false accuser, slanderer, applied to a man who by opposing the cause of the Most High may be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him. Applied to a man, and in this case, it's a group of men. Esau, Edom, the elite of his nation, all the way down to the low end that don't know, but they're quick to take on whatever they're given by the elite in order to push their agenda. Let's get a little deeper here.
Strong's G 1225. Diabolo. Diabolo.
Diabolo. To throw over or across, to send over, to traduce, culminate, slander, accuse, defame. And let's see. It looks like it gets even deeper. Let's see how far the rabbit hole goes.
Strong's G 1223. Dia. Dia.
Huh. Yeah. So well, that was good enough, because basically what we're understanding is it's a man. You know what I mean? It's not whom you've been ignorantly taught. Oh, the devil is this red dude with a pitchfork living underground. You know what I mean? And that's where you go. And no, the devil is a man, and this man is sent forth to seduce and to terrorize and to plague the whole earth. Hey, and it says, it says, "Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for this man, these people, these deceivers, these slanderers, is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." See, they know that their time is short. It's winding down.
Half the size of the sun. So if it came around the sun and it started to actually outgas water or any ice that was in it, if it was a comet, it could explode to as bright as the sun. Of course, it's going to be hiding behind the sun when it gets close enough for us to view it. All these things very odd indeed. And this is some of the latest. I'll leave links here. Join me for the live streams where I talk about this in greater detail, going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Hey, and we don't think it's odd. We understand that it's the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that is being made manifest right before your very eyes. This is Psalms 37 and 18. We'll start at 17. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai upholdeth the righteous. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil times, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume, into smoke shall they consume away. Hey, we know what that great smoke is going to be. So, hey, this is just, an inspiration lesson, not too big, not too long. It was just, man, when I watched that video with the apostles, it brings renewed hope, renewed faith, man, joy, knowing that our Savior, man, in the midst of everything that's coming, in the midst of Jacob's trouble about to present itself, we have a more sure word of promise. So with that, full circle, Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, and it reads, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So with that, I pray that you were edified. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory once again to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahah Chodash, and double honors to my apostles, elders, bishops, men of great millstone. Peace and salutations to the house of David, to the 144,000, and to the men, women, and children that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, that be of the speckled bird, man, hey, the hopeful elect. To you, I say shalom, Shabbat shalom. May you have a pleasant and blessed Shabbat, and may the Lord, man, be with you. So, hey, our King is coming. Our Savior is coming. In the midst of everything that's coming, we have, man, the greatest coming, one far greater than the troubles that are at hand. So, shalom.